What is up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are doing a Seeker guide. A lot of champions we're doing tonight, really. That's why we're so drunk. But this is a how-to gear guide for Seeker. He's one of the OP champions in Raid Shadow Legends. So he is still top tier when it comes to PvE, PvP, dungeons, Doom Tower, all the fun stuff. So we actually geared him specifically for PvP on my account. But we're going to go over all the gear sets that are going to be good for him, what I would suggest him in you running him in, and kind of where you're going to use him at for your specific account. So he's good beginning, mid-game, and end-game. So we're going to go over, first off, the skills, and then we're going to go off what gear sets are going to be good for him. So he's a champion that you're going to probably want to book out. He doesn't need a lot of books. Passive doesn't need any. 2 for there, and then 2, 4, 6, 7. So honestly, 9 books to gear this guy out, and you could honestly use them anywhere. I started using him for the Cardinal build, that if you have him as a lead and Cardinal as a second champion, Cardinal just doesn't die. So we'll go over both options. So first attack, he has an A1 provoke, which has a 25, 35, 45, 50% chance of placing provoke for 1 turn. If you have the Masteries, you can get up to 55%. But on a A1, 2 attacks, 50% chance to place provoke. Perfect for the dragon in Doom Tower. So he's kind of like made to just provoke the dragon and just never let the dragon attack your other champions. But he even at a weak affinity, I put him in the dragon team comp. So very good for the A1. And the A2 fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%, which I don't know if there's another champion besides Arbiter, maybe his cousin, that fills the turn meters by 30%. Also, place a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns and grants an extra turn. All that in one fucking move. Nuts. So he's able to do this, increase turn meter, increase everybody's attack, and potentially provoke the enemy's Arbiter or whoever he attacks automatically. But you can do it manually and actually attack the Arbiter on the enemy team. So this guy is just phenomenal. Early, mid-game, end-game player, PvP, just one of the best champions in the entire game. His passive also is a very unique passive. So anytime you have a champion that has a passive that you don't need to do anything with, very defensive type passive, this champion is probably S tier passive. So heals the champion by 20% HP and place a 6% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns when hit with a critical hit. So when he's hit with a critical hit, puts an increased defense on everybody and heals him by 20% HP. So a lot of gear sets that are going to be good for Seeker on defensive type builds. This is on a 5-turn cooldown. Doesn't matter. Their nuke just doesn't kill your team. Or defense in arena battles by 30%, which is huge. So him as an defense lead or an arena with a Cardinal or literally anybody, he will make your team survive so much longer. And the Masteries, there's so many ways to run this guy, but if you run him down to this one, decrease the damage of all allies received by 5%, this champion receives instead, because his passive, he's going to heal himself by 20% innately and give everybody a 20% increased defense. So this is like a standard defensive type build for him. You can do 30% infused. This one speed for dead champions. This one 5%. So you can do this one, but it doesn't help or provoke, so probably not for him. That's probably why we didn't pick the last one, but maybe just this one in case anybody's dead. Has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff. I mean, this one honestly isn't bad. So just to extend the buff, the attack buff that he puts out by an extra turn, it's what it is. It's not a need for that one. So let's go over the gear sets that Seeker is really going to be focusing in. So if you haven't seen any of my other guides, these top couple are just like like these top three are, if you still have them, you're probably beginning of the game, if not mid game. But most of them you're going to be skipping over to the speed sets. So there's a couple ways to run Seeker. You can run them as a buffer, and that's it. You can run him as a defense type champion. You can run him as a PvE type champion. For us, we have him more as a defensive type champion. That's why he's in a shield set. He doesn't have the best stats when it comes to HP, but he is our one champion that could increase defense, give us a shield, and give us 30% defense as our lead. So he does a lot with the PvP defensive team. So two ways to build him. If you want to build him with go second next to your Arbiter, or even go first. He's 103 base speed, which is really, really fast. So if you have a speed lead like a High Katoon, you can have him with the fastest speed gear because he has a better speed boost than High Katoon. So High Katoon is a lead, and then him speed boost, and then High Katoon speed boost again, whatever it may be. So that would be the combo. So if you wanted to go straight 3 speed set, go with three straight speed set. He doesn't hit too, like, he hits hard. So a lot of people have him as the bat comp for unkillable clan boss teams. That is a specific, completely different video. I don't know anything about that, so go watch those videos. So I can't really comment on that one. But this is going to be main for go first or go second. My build is for more of a go second type team. So I would skip out on the crit rate, the crit damage, the accuracy. I definitely want, because I want to make sure that he's landing his accuracy is provoke buff on the dragon. So in Doom Tower, I use him specifically for that, as well as my go second defensive team, don't kill me team, right? So accuracy is very annoying in PvP, because if he's running out there and hitting the Arbiter, usually Arbiters don't have a lot of resistance. So he's running up there, having 2 chances to hit an Arbiter on 50% to provoke them, which just messes up their entire build. So anytime you're able to get a provoke on the enemy team, it just comes in clutch. So having accuracy on this champion is not a bad idea. Resistance is great for a resistance type team. If you want your Seeker just to have as much resistance as possible, just like the rest of your team, resistance set is not a bad set. Provoke lifesteal set is great for clan boss. It's great for PvE. Dragon, I would put a lifesteal set on him, or probably a lifesteal set and HP set. Probably the best set for him. Damage increases, HP decreases, not really worth it. This one is super funny on him. So my second Seeker that I have, I don't think I have him out of the vault, but my second Seeker, let me see if I still have him geared. He was in my Cardinal team, go second. So you can actually have a really low HP Seeker with a really low HP Madame as a go second team. And just make him super defensive, just so that way his passive can proc on your Cardinal, and then you put him in like a lifesteal or frost set. It's just hilarious to watch it proc. All right, so this was my you ready? This was my Seeker in my go second, really high gold 4 Cardinal team. He was a level 1, 4-star, 3 ascension with this set. So he had 233 accuracy. He had 173 speed, which was in tune with what I needed. And that was it. He was made to just die. But his passive procced still on Cardinal. So his passive procced, I didn't have any books in him, but his passive procced, so Cardinal had the increased defense, and that was all I needed him for. So he had the defense aura and the increased defense on Cardinal, so Cardinal lived most of the time. But the set I had him in was a 15% chance to place a block freeze debuff, 10% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. So there's a basically two 10% chances. I could probably even go 3, but 10, 10, 10. So 3 10% chances to place a block freeze on the enemy team while they attacked you. So you knew you were going second. So if your other team attacks you or attacks the Seeker, which if it's an AoE nuker, they have I don't know if it's 30% or 3 10%. To place a freeze debuff. That's hilarious. That it actually procs quite often. So that set right there, I would say, is freaking hilarious on Seeker. This one too, 20% chance to place a freeze. So having a 4 set of this and a 2 set of the other one, hilarious. It's honestly, it's super funny to put this on a Seeker. Okay, 10% turn meter every 8%. I would skip this. This isn't bad for PvE. Again, if you have this extra set, it's not really, it's made for like soloing, Doom Tower, stuff like that. Immunity set, good if you have a go first team. So like Arbiter, Seeker, like anybody that you have a go against Torment. That's the only reason you're gonna be putting an immunity set. Shield set, I have him on the shield set on my main Seeker because I want him to just to give an extra shield to my defensive team. So if there is no Madame on the other team, it's even just more shield that they have to chew through to kill my team. So it's just an additional bonus if they don't have a Madame. If they do have a Madame, it's kind of pointless. But if they don't have a Madame, it's just a bonus shield set on top of my Seeker. Relentless set is not bad. Anytime you have a defensive champion slash support champion that could do just 2 skills and just go as much as possible, Relentless set is not bad on those type of champions. Anybody that can provoke more turns, Relentless set is very good. So Relentless set I don't think would be a bad for a PvE type champion, or even PvP for a Seeker. So if you are Relentless, you want to try it on him, let me know how it goes, but that is a good set. Savage, if you want him to do a lot of damage, he does pretty good damage, honestly. Savage set, if you want him to just be a PvP, hit as hard as possible, surprisingly hard as possible. Seeker, throw him in a Savage set. Not the best thing, but hey, you go wild. Stun set, probably not the best bet. Poison, if you're doing an unkillable comp, I think this is what they use to get a little bit more damage out of them. Another chance to provoke. So 30% chance to place provoke on a 4-piece set. So he has a 2 hits at a 50% and then another 2 hits at a 30% chance. So this, if you really want a dragon in Doom Tower, you can throw that provoke set on them. These I would skip. This one isn't bad for Eternal Dragon. Again, I usually only use this set for Eternal Dragon or Clan Boss, but you're probably not needed for the Seeker. I mean, defensive Seeker, yeah, probably in PvP. 40% chance to reduce the skill cooldown. His skill cooldowns are so small, like 5, 4, 3 turn on this with a chance to like proc again. It's not needed, but it could help if you want to go crazy with that. Sell that. This skip. This isn't bad. Just get a little bit more HP. If you want to build him super tanky, just go as much HP as possible, which is kind of what we did on our main one. Skip this. Skip this. Again, skip that. Speed is good if you just need the more speed and this is your best speed set, do those. This isn't bad for a defensive type team if you really don't want him to die. This is mainly for resers. So Cardinal, Duchess, Arbiter, Siffy, this set is very, very good because just a chance to just not die and be really resistant like our Duchesses are. This is a very, very good set. Seeker is not a reser though. This set's cool for Seeker though. HP, defense, and 25% chance to reflect 1 debuff. That's almost as good as the Frost set. That's probably as fun as the Frost set. This is a good set, 2-piece set for the Seeker. And then we have this set, very, very good for the Seeker because you want him to accuracy is key. So you want him to land his provoke. You want him to land it on the dragon. You want him to land on the attacker champion. So if you use your Seeker in manual and you go after the either Arbiter if you're going first or the DPS, because usually DPS champions, they don't have a lot of resistance. So you kind of go after them, try to provoke them, and then you kind of win the battle at that point. This is good if you want to do the Torment team, but other than that, you don't really need it. This isn't bad, it's just not the best. This set, again, I already showed you, this is probably a hilarious set to throw a 2-piece set on. This is good if you're doing PvE battles. This is really good. This is if you don't want to throw a shield set on them, throw this set. So where it absorbs 10% of all damage dealt of all allies. So this would probably be the #1 set for a Seeker for the Cardinal team. So if you're running a Cardinal team, you really don't want Cardinal to die and you have a Seeker Cardinal together, this set is just unkillable. Like your Cardinal most likely will not die with this set on your Seeker. So if you confuse that set, make that set. All these other ones are kind of like, This one, again, very good. I don't know anything about it, so I haven't really leveled them up yet. So once I level them up, I might make more videos on what sets this might be best for, or champions. But that is my how to gear Seeker guide. So hopefully this helped you out, kind of get an understanding on where you're going to use him, what he's great at, and what sets he's really good at. But let me know in the comments below, where do you guys use them, what the best sets are, why do you have 2 of them, and why do I have 2 of them? And mainly you can use the level 1 Seeker in your Cardinal team and literally get by with just that. So I appreciate it, guys. Good luck with everything, and enjoy the rest of your day.